Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 28th Annual HENAAC Conference and to the 2016 National Defense Awards Dinner, sponsored by the Boeing Company and Lockheed Martin. My name is Linda Cubero, and this is my co-pilot for the evening, Jose Sanchez. Jose is the director of the Coastal and Hydraulics Laboratory, Research and Development Center in the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, a past HENAAC Award winner and a longtime champion for great minds in STEM.
Thank you, Linda. And for those of you who don't know about Linda, she's a true pioneer for women and Latinos in STEM. She was a member of the first class of women to graduate from the United States Air Force Academy, and one of the first Latinas to be accepted into any service academy. She won the Pioneer Award here at the HENAAC Conference in 1990. She's a member of the HENAAC Hall of Fame and the chair of the Hall of Fame Committee. Currently, she's an employment specialist for the Wounded Warrior Project, helping military service members and veterans transition into civilian careers.
That's awesome, thanks. You talk about a rewarding opportunity. I love what I do, and I'll be doing it till I retire. All right, thank you for that, Jose, and thank you all for being here this evening with us as we pay tribute to the great work in the STEM in the defense industry. To kick off tonight's program, I'd like to ask all of you to please rise for the presentation of the colors, followed by the playing of our national anthem.
I'm going to ask you to give another big round of applause to that Marine Corps Color Guard. Please take a seat. This year, Great Minds in STEM enter into a historic partnership with GMiS and CASI, three organizations that have done a tremendous amount of work to bring STEM into Hispanic and minority community. To this very special event, tonight brings together a group of people who will all share one common goal: to support our men and women in uniform by making them the most advanced fighting force in the world. Great Minds in STEM and the Department of Defense established this event years ago to honor outstanding STEM professionals who, because of the highly specialized and often classified nature of their work, and we would not ask you to remember any of these things that happen here, cannot be easily evaluated by the traditional HENAAC nomination process, but whom the selection committee still felt deserved recognition.
When then Secretary of State Colin Powell testified to Congress in 2006, he laid out what it meant for us to have the most advanced fighting force in the world when he said, and I quote, 15 years from now, we don't know whether we will be fighting a war on terror or a conventional war, but our country must be prepared for whatever circumstances may be there, because at the end of the day, when we are compelled to take up arms to defend our freedom, we don't want to be in a fair fight. We want our sons and our daughters to have the very best capabilities available anywhere, and we want to prevail, end quote.
It's a tall order, Linda, but it's what everyone in this room is committed to every day. It's what tonight's award winners exemplify and personify with their work and their commitment to their crafts. And combined with the great bravery and sacrifices of our men and women in uniform, is what will truly keep our nation and our military the most powerful and advanced in history. The conference theme this year is Excellence Through Diversity, and it's a mantra well known, well understood, and fully embraced by our military and by our defense industry.
Throughout our history, the military has often been ahead of society as a whole when it comes to diversity. But as anyone who knows anything about the military culture can tell, this bond and mutual respect for people's character extends well beyond the foxhole. It extends to the research laboratories, the command and communication centers, to the academies, and to senior leadership circles as well. While there are still many Americans skeptical about the power and the value of diversity to our nation, one only needs to sign up and serve this great country in one capacity or another to see the bravery, to see the sacrifice, the honor, as well as the technical aptitude and skills that are characteristic of our brave men and women serving in uniform and in the federal service.
This is one of the great challenges of our day, Linda, and it's one we must continue to make progress on. I am proud to say that everyone in this room, those in uniform and us civilians alike, we get it. We experience excellence through diversity every day because we represent entities who value diversity as well. And as we'll learn later this evening when we meet our hero and luminary award winners, excellence through diversity isn't just a mantra. It's a reality in the Hispanic community.
So now we'd like to take a minute to acknowledge some people and groups who absolutely get it as well. First, we'd like to recognize the 4 host sponsors of the 2016 HENAAC conference: Lockheed Martin Corporation, Shell Oil Company, the Boeing Company, and Northrop Grumman. Big applause. Let's go.
Next, we would like to acknowledge our academic hosts for 2016, University of California, Irvine, the California State University System, California State University, Los Angeles, and California State University, Fullerton.
Yeah.